Good morning! So today I'll be sharing something a little different. I want to share with you guys what I eat in a day. It's about, what is the time? It's about 9:30 a.m. right now. Today I'll be eating a little bit of chia seed pudding with fresh fruits. Chia seeds is honestly my new favorite breakfast. I made it last night, and so today it's ready to go, and I can make it like 3 days in advance. So I'll have chia seed for the next 3 to 4 days. So for lunch, I'm eating some pesto pasta. I also roasted some asparagus and bacon to add to it, and then I garnished it with some Parmesan cheese. The pesto is actually homemade, and I have a recipe for that up here. I had frozen pesto that I had made earlier, and I'm just, on a weekday like this, it's really quick to put this meal together. I have only 5 minutes until my next meeting. So yum. It's really good actually.
Pesto's really good, and I also like this pasta shape.
It's a good shape. It's like really skinny. It is really skinny, but it's yummy. For dinner, we are having some Korean steamed egg, except I made it with dashi instead of anchovy broth. And I just kind of threw things together, added some shrimp, added some mushrooms, and I also made some rapini with some gomae. I think that's how you pronounce it. And we also have some miso soup with some pea shoots, which I just had in the fridge, and I just wanted to use it up. It's really bitter.
Is it? Maybe the stem?
The stem is bitter.
The stem is really bitter. Yeah. The flavor is so good though.
Yeah, I think the sweetness of the sauce
Yeah.
helps cut it.
I'm gonna dig in.
Okay. How is it?
It's amazing. I love it. It's such a simple egg dish, but it's like so good.
Yeah.
It's really satisfying.
Yum.
The flavor is really good.
I love this dish, yeah.
Yeah. And the shrimp is really good too. It's so crunchy.